Hello, my name is Ericka Richardson, aka Coach Ericka. My website is coachericka.com. My email is coacherickaonline@gmail.com. So, today's video is the business plan breakdown. I wanted to explain to you that, first of all, business plans, please don't run. They're not the traditional 40 to 50 page stack of paper that you would submit to lenders and other interested parties that you want to do business with. No. Today's business plan gets straight down to the meat and potatoes. Exactly what is your business about? No fluff, no extras. Just get straight to the point, please. So, in order to write an effective business plan, you have to have 6 key elements. And I'm going to go over those today. So, the first of the 6 key elements is your vision and mission statement. Where exactly are you taking your business to? What do you expect to accomplish with your business? The second part is your offerings, of course. How are you going to make money with this business? Then we move into the competition. What are they doing and how are you planning to compete? The next is marketing. How do you plan on getting your name out there? The fifth part is context. That involves permits, regulations, so forth and so on. The last part is risk versus reward. Everything that you're putting on the line, will it be worth it in the end? So you ready to get into the business plan breakdown? Let's go. Okay, your mission and vision statements may sound similar, but they are very different, and I'm going to explain why. Your mission and vision statements, they both serve many purposes, like attracting and engaging and retaining talent, your employees. They also help with building your organizational culture, and they also help with increasing productivity while leveraging all the resources to successfully implement a strategic plan. Okay, basically, that's saying that everyone is on the same page and can strategize and think heading in the same direction to achieve the same goals. And that is certainly what you want. Okay, the mission statement explains your company's goals and objectives. So to come up with your mission statement, if you don't already have one, or maybe you need to tweak what you already have, answer these 2 questions. For 1, why do you do what you do? For 2, who do you serve? A great example of a mission statement is Microsoft's, and theirs is to empower every person and every organization on the planet to achieve more. This is their why and who. This was just revised, just so you know. Microsoft just revised their mission statement as of June 25th, 2015. Now, your vision statement defines where you want your company to be over time. What is your end goal? So your vision statement, it defines the optimal desired future state, the mental picture of what you want your company to achieve over time. It also provides guidance and inspiration as to what your business is focused on achieving in, say, 5, 10, or more years. And then it also functions as, let's say, the guiding light. It is what all employees understand their work every day ultimately contributes toward accomplishing over the long term. And then lastly, it's written concisely in an inspirational manner that makes it easy for all employees to repeat at any given time. We'll stick with Microsoft. Their vision statement is empower people through great software anytime, any place, and on any device. So hopefully you're understanding now the difference between the mission statement and the vision statement. Mission statement is, what are you doing? Who are you serving? Okay, who are you doing that for? And then your vision is where you expect your company to be. Okay, now let's move on to your offerings. Simply put, offerings are the products and services your business sells. That's it. Most businesses have different levels of offerings, products, and services to offer. So, for example, Nike sells $49 shoes. Nike also sells shoes that cost $150 and up, right? So that's just to give you an idea. You may have just one product for $19.99 or $199.99, but it's also something to think about offering products of the similar products just on different price levels. Okay, let's move on to the next step. 3, your competition. Include in your business plan the names and a brief overview of your top 3 competitors. Also include a brief description of what they are doing right, what they are doing wrong, and what you are going to do differently. Step 4, we're going to talk about marketing. Very key piece to your business plan puzzle. Okay? You've probably already done a lot of research in your industry. So hopefully writing this section won't take long at all. In great detail, though, please explain the following. Your industry. What is your industry? Who is your market? Okay? What opportunity do you have in the market? Break that down by the numbers. Who are you selling to? That's all part of your industry and your market. You also need to include in there who is your target market and who is your target audience. If you don't know the difference, let me explain that briefly. Your target market, let's say we're discussing toys. Your target market will be the parent, right? But they're not watching for toys on TV, more than likely. So your target audience is the child who sees the commercial for that toy. You see the difference? Your market is who's going to buy it. Your audience is who wants it. Okay. So now the last piece in your marketing puzzle is your marketing channels. What channels are you going to use? Are you using social media? Do you have a website? Are you doing email marketing? You should be if you're not. Word of mouth, print advertising, commercials. I mean, just think, if there's any business that you know of, how do you know about it? Did your Aunt Sue tell you? Did you see the coming soon sign out in front of the mall that just broke ground? So what channels are you going to use? But also you need to break down what is the cost per channel. So there's a little research involved. If you don't already know these numbers, you have to include these. This is definitely a must. The 5th piece is context. What regulations, so forth and so on, will you need to work within to operate this type of business? Okay, so if you're importing, how does that process work? This is something you need to know, especially if you haven't started a business and you're needing to get a loan or any type of investor, angel investor, whoever. You need to know this, but you have to know it in order to explain it to someone who's, quite honestly, you want to give you some money to help you get this up and going. Okay? In your context section of your business plan, you also need to list any types of licenses that are required. So, obviously, if you're wanting to open a dental office or a hair salon, I know here in Georgia, I want to say about 10 years ago, you didn't need to be a beautician to open up a beauty shop. You could own it and hire the beauticians. Now, the owner, unless they're grandfather claused in, I believe, now the owner has to be a licensed beautician. So there are no more barbers opening shops. Those barbers have to have a license, not just the 2-week barber license you used to be able to have back in the late 90s, early 2000s. They have to go to school. Chemicals and all that stuff plays a part in it, but you need to make sure you have to have a license, personal experience. And if you've watched any of my other videos or read any of my blog posts, you'll know. About 10 years ago myself, I wanted to breed pit bulls. I love the little creatures to death. Well, in the city limits where I live, there's an ordinance. I'd have to be a licensed, certified breeder, dog breeder, to have more than 2 pit bulls at my residence. That killed that idea quick. Okay? So that leads me to part 3 of your context section. Are there any city ordinances where you will be located? If you're working out of your home, but you're operating a certain kind of business, it has to be zoned, right, for residential business. Business residential, however they say it. So make sure you have all of those ducks in a row that you know first. And please keep in mind, writing your business plan, if you weren't clear on your business, what you're doing, who you're serving, where you're going, how you're marketing, all of that, if you weren't clear, by the time you finish this, you will be clear. You will be clear. You will be so clear, rattle it off like your name. So lastly, we come to risk versus reward. In this section, basically what investors, and you should know this again, you should know this for yourself. Basically, investors want to know, they want to know that their money is safe or as safe as possible, but they want to know the checks and balances before they write a check. So this is your job to understand the risks versus the rewards in your business. So what is the potential loss for your business? What is the potential loss for your business? How much will the reward outweigh that loss? So if you have to downsize, that's a loss. That is a loss. If you have to break a lease to downsize your office, if you have a brick and mortar store and you started off in a Walmart size building, sales aren't going like you expected to, and you have to downsize to a family tree size building, and you had to break a lease to do so, that is a loss. But what is the reward? What is the reward? Okay? The third point in the risk versus reward section is what the main risks are in a new business, like unexpected costs, lower than expected sales, failure to secure distribution. So what are the main risks in your business? The fourth point is the probability of the risks happening. So what are those? And this, of course, it has to be an estimate, because if you already have experienced this, then you can just rattle off the numbers. And everything that I've said in the risk versus reward, those are all solid numbers that you can just say, hey, we had this happen. This is what happened to outweigh that loss or outweigh that risk. Okay? And then lastly, in the risk versus reward section, what would happen if the risks occur? So what is the cost? How much cash is left? These are things that you need to know. And you need to know for your own, once again, your own knowledge, because that is going to help you to assess, okay, should I even make that move? So hopefully you're following me there. What I have done is I have included a link for risk versus reward. Okay, this will help you to weigh what each major decision is worth on a risk versus reward scale. So this is a link to a worksheet to help you with this, it's complimentary. I don't charge for it with this video. And of course, if you have any questions, I want you to not hesitate to ask. I firmly believe the only dumb question is the one you don't ask if you're unclear about something. Okay, well, hopefully you found great value in this video and have a very clear understanding of how to create your business plan. You can contact me on my website at Coach Ericka, and that's spelled ERICKA.com, or email me at coacherickaonline@gmail.com. And if you go to my website, you will see all of my social media links, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook page, Google+, YouTube channel. You can, on my email footer as well, you can find all of my social media links. So if you found this video helpful, I ask that you subscribe to my channel and feel free to leave a comment there as well. And otherwise, until next time, be awesome and be blessed.